Hi nerds, it's been a minute. I've had some shakeups in my life recently, including moving to a new state. That's right, I had to leave behind the apartment closet in which Nothing Is Revealed was born. I'm still trying to figure out a new setup. Before I moved, I did a video on the internet's most memed comics. Go check it out if you haven't. It featured comic strips, both physical and online, that were weird and nonsensical enough to get their own cult following. They became a part of internet lore. While researching that, I came across a tidbit that got left on the cutting room floor, but it's a story I want to tell you now, and that is the origin of the word weeb. Weeb, short for weeaboo, is extremely common now. It holds almost no negative connotation. Anime fans, otakus, and Japanese culture enthusiasts all refer to themselves with this moniker, almost affectionately. But it wasn't always that way. Welcome to a bonus episode of Nothing Is Revealed. As I mentioned, the most common usage of the word in 2021 is weeb. That and the full thing just mean a non-Japanese person who is obsessed with their culture, anime, manga, music, pop idols, television, film, you name it. Those of us familiar with online culture from the mid-2000s know that it wasn't always such an innocent term. It used to be deployed much more aggressively, like a slur. It was an insult. And for my young audience, this might blow your minds, but
I love sushi.
I love Japan, period.
The tea ceremonies.
J-Rock!
Yeah. Garuga Mesh!
Oh yeah! Hey.
I love anime!
Yeah.
And manga!
And gaming!
Hey! Sakura-kan ikimasu!
liking anime used to be the nerdiest, strangest thing you could do in an American school. Now, anime merch is in every big box store, every mall. So now we've defined it, where did it come from? Surely it has some roots in Japanese language. Or maybe it's completely made up. The Perry Bible Fellowship is a comic strip that started back in 2001 and continues to this day, to great success. See my other video for its history. Bottom line, it's a hilarious, often raunchy and off-color comic. Let's look at one PBF in particular called Weeaboo. It's a nonsense comic without an obvious punchline beyond its absurdity. The word was made up by creator Nicholas Gurwitch. It signifies something embarrassing and subject to an unexpected frat house hazing-esque ridicule. Around the same time this comic came out, users on the website 4chan were using a much nastier word for a Japanese enthusiast. And they were using it a lot. In those days, it was common for 4chan mods to mess with the users. They'd create a filter rule that automatically swapped certain words. Well, one of those mods was clearly a PBF fan, so they auto-filtered this word to weeaboo. That's it. The rest is history. What I find so strange about this is the reach of this made-up word is probably even greater than the comic that invented it, and yet nobody knows where it came from. Well, now you do. Thanks for watching. I've got a few full-length episodes in the works. If you have a personal story or mystery about any of the following topics, please shoot me an email or Twitter DM. I'm also playing around with doing some shorts and shorter videos, so be gentle as I try those out. A huge thanks to Joe Hunter for the thumbnail work, and to the patrons: Dunsfan, Rose, Regina, SWMan3, Darks, B. Wade, Ben Cushing, Gillian Zermer, Dominic Morrow, Laura Liu, John Michael, Patrick B. Thank you, patrons.